Welcome back, everyone. We are once again playing Ultimate General Civil War. We are fighting the Battle of Gettysburg, and this is, I believe, according to the screen that came up before this, I have all 5 of my corps. We will be facing what I believe is Pickett's charge. Look at the massive army we have. We are just a little bit over halfway as far as the balance of power goes. Now, we need to locate where the South Seminary Ridge is. So, I have an option here. I can be very aggressive and advance my troops, or I can wait for the enemy to come to me. And now, Ward, don't go that way. Guys, Pegram, Lily, don't do that. Here, do this, guys. Now, I kind of want to wait for a little while, see what's going on with the enemy. Iron Brigade, form here as well. Now, let's see. With all of these units here, we could advance. We could attempt to take this position. However, if you've ever seen the movie Gettysburg, you know that attacking across an empty field is just suicidal. I really don't want to waste my men's lives. Now, I'm going to pull Sullivan back. That's just... Sullivan has taken enough of a beating. He doesn't need to be taking any more. Shouldn't be on the front lines. So I'm going to move the Iron Brigade here to help support. Alright, Rhodes, I'm going to move you back. And VTech, I'll move you back as well. Now, I do anticipate, and I am... Oh, wait. I was anticipating an enemy attack along this position, and then they would attempt to roll up. However, I now see what the enemy intends to do, at least what it looks like they intend to do. They're targeting all their artillery on this position, and they're moving troops towards that point. So, my guess is we need to hold this position, we need to hold this position, and this position. Based on their troop movements that we see and their artillery targeting, I believe they will be attempting to attack this position. It is held by 2 of our corps, so could be something of an issue there. Now, they're also moving troops here, so I would say smartly they're moving towards an actual objective. However, look at the objective. Look how many troops we have. I don't know how the enemy's going to crack this position. Now, what I see on the clock is I see that we have 3 hours and 5 minutes. What I'm thinking of doing, and I'm not certain that this is the best option at the moment, but I'm thinking that we allow the enemy to move towards us. We attack them as they have no cover and we do have cover. We bombard them with our hopefully superior artillery. And then as the battle progresses, why are 2 of our supply wagons in one spot? Alright, so what I was going to say, as the battle progresses, we begin attempting with some of our forces, hopefully spare forces, to move to this objective. For some reason the enemy, I wonder if they're listening, they're moving their troops back. Alright, so we could grab some of our extra corps that are up here. These 3. Lily, Lily. Lily, Pegram, and Ward. We grab all of them, move them down here. We could advance. No. You know what? You guys just stay there. The enemy is moving troops forward. Oh, wait. They're not. They're moving them down. They should have moved them down back here. What are they doing? They're just marching their troops around, wearing them out. Okay. So, artillery up in here. No objective up there, though. I was gonna say, if I had cavalry, I would do this, but I see they have troops, and troops. Probably have troops back in here. That's one reason I'm not in any hurry to attack, and that's one reason why I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna zoom out, speed up time, and see if we can start to see... Okay, we see Kershaw moving forward. He's getting hit with artillery. He moves forward, he gets hit with artillery, and now he falls back. They're shuffling troops. I think they're trying to decide where to attack. Okay, they've formed up a line here, and then it disintegrates. As soon as they get a line ready, it then just kind of folds and changes into something else. And If I advance against it, they would move towards me. Let's see if we can get the enemy to actually do something. The Iron Brigade, Munford's in the defensive works. I don't want to waste the Iron Brigade. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I'm sending Lily, Pegram. Alright, here they go. I'm going to slow down time. We definitely see the enemy moving forward, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Ward will move to support. They now have their troops in position the way they want them. So, guys, we're falling back. Sorry about that. But we now got the enemy moving forward towards us. At least I hope we do. I'm not certain that we do, but I'm hoping. Because if they move towards us, we can whittle them down as they make that long march. They'll be a little more tired, and hopefully we can kill a bunch of them. And then as soon as we've hopefully broken a number of these units, we can then advance across. Also, I'm willing to just not take that. I have 3 of the positions. Why bother with the last one? At this point, I see no reason. Alright, we're back at full speed. The enemy is moving forward, but they're not attacking now. Alright, yeah, they are down here. I'm going to slow down. Okay, there are defensive positions along this, so I guess that is to balance the game, I suppose. Seems kind of unfair. Because what are they hiding behind here? I mean, they're hiding along the road. And here, hiding along the road? Yeah, I guess, alright. But my defenses are much bigger and better, so... Devastating melee. Alright, this is because I got new intel. Alright, so they're advancing. Morrison is broken. Durrell's Devils are going into the line. Walton's Immortals are going to move close up to the front. Going to move Ward to be ready to move as well. Loomis is ready as well, and Graham's boys are dealing with this problem. McCord moves forward. Okay, Milroy. And Couch will move up here. The artillery... Rhodes is going to move forward, and VTech is going to move forward. I'm going to grab one of these units. Sullivan, get down here. Just start throwing units down here, because I see this is actually a threat. Statham, move down here. They moved right up on top of us, but fortunately for us, McCord is on the side and can flank. Couch will move forward and hit here. We've got several good batteries. They're also really close to a number of our batteries, actually. Which means... yeah, we can route really quick. Alright, the enemy is moving forward here. I can only assume that this is supposed to be Pickett's charge. Which means... somewhere around here is going to be the high... well, maybe not. One of these positions is going to be the high water mark, which will be the best that the South ever did during the war. It'll be the point where the South got to the most likely to win the war. And when they lost that position, it was over. It was only a matter of time before they were destroyed. Alright, so our artillery advantage down here is definitely paying off. Now, what have you got, Milroy? Yep. Milroy's going to move out. Actually, no, Milroy is not going to move out. Milroy's going to ride across like this. And we're going to see what's going on up here. Alright, that was interesting. The game's getting a little bit interesting now. They're starting to... they've kind of frozen. They've taken up their non-existent defensive positions. I mean, look, there's nothing to hide behind, unless they're hiding behind corn. Now, the artillery is turning. They're no longer able to fire on our troops because they're having to focus on the on this cavalry. Now, let's just keep our eyes on what's going on up here. If you haven't figured out what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to pull artillery support away from them while I'm having the cavalry ride towards this objective. If all their infantry is like I anticipate up here on the line, once we hit this position, it should force them to pull troops back. They're gonna at least have to consider halting their attack. Okay, we've routed one unit. Get back in place, Whiten. He's been flanked. He didn't need to move, and he moved. Okay, Ward, get into line. Okay, as Garnet falls back, he could be called to take this position. It's what I would do, but we should never consider that the computer is going to do what I would do. Not because I'm good, but simply because it's a computer. And computers, as good as they are not perfect at tactics by any means, and I'm not good at them either, but you know, we've secured that position with a cavalry unit, so cavalry is doing a pretty good job today. Alright, our artillery is just pounding away at the enemy, but look how we're taking a number of volleys ourselves from artillery. So things aren't perfect, but we now hold all objectives. Now I'm wondering if we accomplish this and we get to where it's no longer contested, does that mean the battle's over? Alright, so let's see what's going on. They are moving troops here, but nothing really super threatening to us. I'm going to go ahead and get Whiting up here in case Ward has to come off the line. They've charged a few times trying to break us. They're charging up here on the point. We'll get Lily in place. Oh, hold tight. I see him moving Gordon up. We've got 12 minutes to contest the Seminary Ridge, South Seminary Ridge. This is South Seminary Ridge, and this is Seminary Ridge, and this is the cut that we protected. Obviously, that's Gettysburg. You'll remember that in the first portion of this battle. Now, we'll be seeing this map again in a couple of days. Whenever this battle ends, I'm going to actually switch from Ultimate General Civil War to Ultimate General Gettysburg so that we can compare back to back how the two games compare when we're talking about the battle that they fought. And personally, I like different things about each game, and if you took a few elements from this game and added a few elements from that, I think you'd have pretty close to a perfect game. Alright, the enemy completely shattered some unit. I don't know what unit, but we did shatter them. And they're not making any move to take this position. We have 4 minutes on the contested clock, so there's a chance that when that runs out, we'll win this part of the match. And that means that one cavalry unit has moved behind the enemy, and one large line of troops held the other. They moved Gordon forward, but they haven't progressed enough to attack. So we've captured that position. I don't think we even have to hold it. We just have to capture it. So, but I'm going to leave the Milroy there just to kind of guard it. I don't want to take any chances of losing it. Now the enemy is pressing forward here. They don't seem to be pressing forward here at all, so I'm going to just line up these troops a little better and get couch ready here. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. So let's see. Speed things up just a bit because there is no major developments. Perrin here charged forward to attack Davis. He's probably in really good cover in the city, but he's, as you can see, he's about to break if he hasn't broken. There, he routed completely. Now I'm going to grab Sullivan. Get Sullivan here. Pegram, I'll get him here. Now, we'll move Ransom up here to boost this morale. That way we have morale boost along most of the line, if not all of it. Not all of it, of course. We don't have anybody boosting morale down here. Alright, and let's see, we've got Danger Close holding this position with his artillery. We've got more artillery down here. Everybody's running out of ammo, that's artillery. Grab Weed and send him down here. He can supply the line as he passes through anyway, so that'll be great. I'm surprised they haven't moved forward with Gordon. I think they're just trying to fix these troops in place. Now, Milroy is holding this position really well. And unfortunately, they are the type of they're cavalry that charges. They're not skirmish cavalry, which we could dismount and use as kind of like an infantry unit. So we have 24 minutes on the mission timer. Our line is holding, and we have captured South Seminary Ridge. So holding Cemetery Hill, Cemetery Ridge, South Cemetery Ridge, and South Seminary Ridge. I think we're going to be able to get all of our mission objectives for this battle. This portion of the battle. It's going to be interesting seeing the end of the battle because we've failed to accomplish a number, but we've also managed to accomplish a considerable amount of the others. So will it be a draw? Will it be a win? I'm not sure really. It's interesting. Again, I've talked about the points being different. This game does points a lot differently, or well, at least slightly different than they did in Ultimate General Gettysburg, which you'll see if you watch those videos, or if you've played it, you already know. You would have like 5, 10 for holding this position, and 5 or 10 victory points for holding this position. And okay, that was a victory at Gettysburg. Of course, we kind of expected that. The Union won in history, so we won today. Let's see what we deployed with. We deployed with 124,000 troops, 370 troops, I mean. Let's see, and they deployed with 111,426 infantry troops. We deployed with 1,859 cavalry. They deployed with 1,579 cavalry. We had 408 guns. The enemy had 356 guns, which is holding along with what happened in real life. The infantry had 32,679 infantry killed. They lost 51,794 infantry casualties. Not all deaths, of course. They only lost 9 guns. We lost 54, but I was putting the guns pretty close to the front and letting them just fire with grape shot because Napoleonic era tactics, that's what we do. Cavalry, we lost 220. They lost 418. We captured 122 of their troops. That was some of the supply trains we captured. Of course, they captured one of our cavalry units, one of the vedettes on the Devon's vedettes on the very first day. Let's see what the goals were. Okay, even though we lost a lot of the victory conditions at points throughout the battle, it didn't matter. We hit enough of them to win the war. I mean, to win this battle. And let's see, units. Okay, Graham's boys were the best unit in the battle, with Vitek, which we know he died, but his men did a good job. Rhodes did a really good job, lost a massive amount of troops. Pegram, again, lots of troops killed, but it did a really good job. Meagher, one of our best batteries, has been in the last few battles, and he's been really earning his place. Poke and Poe, and of course, Preston, Siegfried. And yeah, a lot of our number one, the units that we're used to seeing, really didn't appear in this because I deployed them in the second day, and so they didn't get in on the big battle at the beginning. Let's see who got promoted. Ricky Durrell, not to be confused with Juan Durrell, who commands Durrell's Devils. And let's see. Yeah, Preston was killed. Pegram was wounded. Vitek was killed. Lots of promotions for everyone else. Anyway, so that's pretty good. Okay, we got a lieutenant general for me. I got promoted. Fantastic. All right, let's see what the goods are. We captured a lot of supplies, a lot of rifles, and we recaptured some stuff, some Richmonds. Lots of Richmonds. You're going to be seeing them come back in battles. And yeah, we did a really good job. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been a really fun battle to fight, and I'm so glad we won. It would have been terrible if we had let history down. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check back tomorrow for another battle in Ultimate General Civil War. Thank you so much for watching.